We're at the launch of the exhibition for the World Indoors for Glasgow 2024. I'm with a well-known figure and a well-known name for Scottish athletics, Tom McKean. Great to meet you, Tom. Tell me, what's it like to be a world champion? You won it indoors in Canada in 1993.
Being world champion, obviously, it's something, it doesn't leave you. Like any major title, it doesn't leave you. But the fact is, it was another country. I dabbled with indoors. I didn't realise how good I was at indoors till very late in my career. That was obviously 1990, was my first ever step on a track, and I won the Europeans. But being world champion, I've still got the medals, I still talk about it, and people ask you about it all the time. Obviously, the bit they ask me about it is I missed the medal ceremony, but fair enough.
I believe you were on the phone home at the time when the medal ceremony was taking place.
Actually, what had happened was they'd given us a piece of paper to say the medal ceremony is at 5:30, then they brought it forward 30 minutes. So I'm talking to my mum on the phone, Duke Gillen's jumping about like a headless chicken going, "Tom, you're supposed to be down there, you're supposed to be down there." So I runs down the stairs, the officials are walking away, the athletes have stayed on the podium, and I jumped up and the crowd went absolutely ballistic. It was brilliant. It was such a nice atmosphere that I just accepted it and just enjoyed the moment, and I still got my national anthem and everything. So yeah, it was a great time, great experience. Tactically, I ran really well. You know, everybody get bumped in bars behind me trying to get into the proper place, and I just went to the front and stayed there.
If you watch it on YouTube, and I think maybe you may do that once or twice, David Coleman says a tactical masterclass for McKean for Scotland and for Great Britain. Nice when a commentator like that affords you that kind of mention.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great day for me, obviously, getting the tactics right, but obviously as well for Scotland as well. Myself, Yvonne Murray and David Strang, if we were in the medal tables for Scotland as a small nation, I think we finished third, and that was just off us three because of the wins and the silver. So it was a good...
You mentioned the Kelvin Hall there. You won the European indoors, European title in your home city. Yeah. So Neil Gourley essentially is in a very similar position going into the 1500 here in his home city of Glasgow. How do you think Neil will fare?
I think Neil will do really, really well. He's obviously fast. He's one of the top 10 in the world. He's got speed. The thing about indoors, and Neil knows this, I'm not going to say anything. He knows he's got to be nearer the front because of the bends, and passing's a lot harder. But I've every confidence that he can do a really good job.
What do you make of the sort of current generation, Tom, when you look at, we've had world champions in Jake Whiteman and Josh Kerr? It's exciting, isn't it?
Absolutely, it reminds me of the old days of, Cole cramming over. Whiteman has obviously been injured, he's back this year, so hopefully Jake will come through. And obviously Mr. Kerr is running phenomenal, and Mr. Ingebrigtsen is injured at the moment, I believe, or he's running on an elliptical because he's got an Achilles problem. So they've all got their new challenges. One is the world champion. How is he going to, move forward? You've got Jake, who he's got things to prove after the year before. He's a much faster finisher again. And then you've got, Ingebrigtsen, who has had to change his training so far, and how will that adapt? So it's a good mixing pot. Plus, with the Olympics coming, we don't know what's going to come. There's always somebody comes out of the woodwork in an Olympic year, and it could be, Ingebrigtsen's teammate who is coached by his dad. He's running well this year. They've obviously got the Spanish running well. The Kenyans always run well. So I think it'll be a good Olympics this year. It
was a different era when you were running in terms of the professionalism and I assume the prize money and so on. You came out of it sort of to go into the police. But I read something about how you almost quit back in '85 to join the police. Is that true?
Yeah, I got to sort of interview. I got to interview and basically said I want to turn professional, and they told me to come back when you're finished. So yeah, the police was my first choice of career, simply because chance is a funny thing. The UK Championships were in Ireland that year. I didn't have the money to usually go down south, even though I was one of the best juniors. And then they were giving us a free plane over to the UK Championships. I won that, then a race cram the following week. And it's funny how fate sometimes can just do that. I was one of those people that came out of the woodwork.
Tell me, I'm reliably informed by some people that you're sort of back on the edge of the sport. I know you're sort of involved with some coaching or training sessions with Motherwell, and I think it's a link with Cambuslang. I know you presented some medals and brought your medals along, I think, to Cambuslang, which was really good of you. Are you enjoying being back connected to the sport? Is that new?
I've never went away for the sport. I just always said I would start coaching after I retired, because the police with the shifts is just a no-no. It's not fair. Kids need continuity. So I've now got Motherwell AC, I've got 9-year-olds to 11 to 13-year-olds. They're training with me. I'm trying to, I'm always of the ilk, what does that affect having the body? This is why we're doing it. I tell the kids, you're going to feel stomach pain, so they can't complain, because I'm telling them how they're feeling. The only thing is, they know I can run fast, they knew I could run fast. They're still trying to beat me in sprints, and they're faster than me. I'm 60, but I thoroughly enjoy that, and I've got a half marathon in 5 weeks' time in Inverness. And then I'm still playing golf as well now, so a lot of time's taken up by a lot of...
I think I was speaking to your wife, and she said she's going to take a coaching course. So are you be taking one as well? I'm already got my stuff already,
right? So I'm fine. I don't really need a lot of things to coach.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm just, they target me as level 1, I'm not caring, because I still deliver what I need to deliver. I'm trying to teach the coaches how to coach. It was actually funny, I was out with Brian Whittle the other day there, and he has got his athletes, he's obviously a top coach, and we both gave our athletes the same session, down to I couldn't believe this, it was like a masterclass of, I'm doing this because they're doing this, this and this, and Brian went, that's the session I'm doing, and we were doing, you take the experience over the years, what works for you, and I'm always a believer, like Brian, when you're young, get the speed, and then worry about the distance as you get older.
Fantastic to talk to you, Tom.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.